Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Now as you notice, I'm wearing my Oskaloosa football t-shirt which I got in 1996 and 97. The reason for that is because I want to talk about my time and experience in Oskaloosa High School. Now I know a lot of you, when you start, I know a lot of you that have started high school recently, and probably some of you that had started it and graduated at the same time I did, which was around 1998, which I graduated, and 94 when I started. Kind of understand what it's like to, step into the shoes of being a high schooler. I mean, things change a lot. You're given more responsibility. You're given more opportunities. And for me, being a part of Oskaloosa High School was exactly what that did. It gave me a lot more responsibility, but it opened the doors to so many more opportunities. But one of the biggest blessings I think God gave me when I was there was the fact that I had made a lot more friends than I had ever made in any school district I'd been in California. And I didn't just make friends with my classmates, of my 1998 classmates, but I made friends with the senior classes and junior and freshman classes that had come before and after us. It was just amazing. And a lot of people accepted me for who I was. They didn't look down on me because, I had a disability and I was different at times and I acted kind of unique, if you will. Or I should say had a unique personality. They just accepted me for who I was. And they liked that. I thank God for those friends that He gave me, because without them I don't think I would have made it through those 4 years. But I did. And the friends I made started out with the senior class of 95, continued on with the senior class of 96, which helped me become more friends and develop more friends and and basically create new friendships with my own classmates and the other classes after them and came after them, like the class of 97. And like I said, even with my own classmates I became friends and was accepted. And I thank God for that, because like I said, without Him I wouldn't have made it. Without Him providing those friends, I wouldn't have made it. And when I talk about opportunities, the doors were open to so many for me. I remember my freshman year, I tried to go out for basketball, and I did. However, my school at the time had a ruling that if you didn't pass all 8 classes, you couldn't go out for anything. Luckily and thankfully, they eased off on that rule and said you had to pass at least 6 out of 2, or 6 out of the 8 to qualify. And I was able to do that in my junior and senior year. But when I went out for basketball my freshman year, I just went out and I tried, and all I became was a manager. But that was okay, that was cool, at least I was part of the team. But when I became a sophomore, I kind of stayed out of sports for a while. I supported my team, my school and team and friends, but I stayed out of sports for a while because I had to get my grades up. And then the following year, I finally was able to go out for sports, football, baseball, and then the following year, football and track. So I was able to go out for a lot of those, and finally also be part of other activities like FHA and SAD and FBLA, and be part of the newspaper staff and things like that. Things I wouldn't have been able to do had I gone to school out in California. But like I said, it was through God's blessings that I made it through those years, and I had the support of a lot of friends that were Christians as well, that actually were Christians, had gone to church like I had. In fact, one of my friends is a leader at a church now, so that is unbelievable. But like I said, I have made so many friends, and I don't want to mention any names, but they know who they are. And not just my class, but in the classes previously and before, and that came afterwards. And like I said, if it wasn't them, I wouldn't have made it through. And I'd seen a lot of things and been taking part in a lot of things that took place in that school. I was part of a lot of history in that school. Matter of fact, I remember in 1996, we had a situation to where a student brought in some mercury, and I was one of the first, one of the first students during lunch to find out about this and spread the word that we had to, clear out the classes and meet at the gymnasium because this student had basically poisoned the whole school. So we had to go so not just our school, but the middle school and the grade school, which were all connected together, had to go meet in the high school gymnasium. That's what we had to do because of what this kid did. And that was part of history. It was also part of history when the school decided to let go of a teacher for no reason. We didn't know what the reason was, but they let him go. But overall, my time there was one of the best times of my life, and I'll never forget it. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to be part of my class reunion last year. But God, it's like I said, there's an old saying, God has a reason for everything, and maybe someday I will, be part of another class reunion, but time will only tell. So I hope you enjoyed my little short summary and expose on my time at Oskaloosa High School. And to any of you that have similar stories, just let me know. And till next time, God bless and take care of yourselves. And if you're in high school, don't mess it up. Peace.